up, baby? Oh, it's a little stretching, right? Oh, yeah. So, guys, welcome to the Business TV channel. Just want to show you guys a little bit about this mobile game that I play. I know I stream on Twitch and I play my little shooter games, but this is like my little home away from home. Everybody knows me as Immortal on War and Order. War and Order? God, say that 5 times fast. War and Order, and War and Order. Okay, I play that shit all the time. They keep asking me questions like, "Hey, Biz," or "Hey, Immortal, how do you do your marches? What's your setup? What are you doing? How are you getting all these kills?" Well, let me show you guys. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm gonna show you things what to do, what not to do, and I want to help you out as best I can. So please watch the video. Have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer for you. If you have a really cool line setup or any ideas, send me some screenshots online. I'll put my line ID in the description. Check this video out, like it, and subscribe, and please wait for the next video. Later. Emo, signing out. Immortal, gone. Business. Hey, look, it's Immortal. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Let me know what y'all think about the video, all right? Where am I gonna start here? So, your formations. So I take advantage of these at full blow. Like, this is exactly what you guys want to use in your formations. You want to take advantage of these. So I have a fake attack because, you know, sometimes when you have a skin on, you want to send a fake, or if you don't, I use 2 of each march of each person. I don't use angels. If you use angels in just for a suicide mission, your angels are gonna die, and those things take forever to train, so it's not worth it to throw angels into battle. But that's my fake attack. Now let's go to 1. Here is my mage attack. So my mage and infantry is what this one is gonna be on. I actually want to set this a little bit higher. Yeah, so I want to max out. The highest tier mages you have, you want to throw as many of those in there as possible. Now, I do like putting 1 of each troop. I don't like using archers. Reason being is when you send a march with mages and with 1 archer, it puts your archers in the middle and your mages on the wings. So if they have a lot of cavalry, you'll take a lot of losses on your mages. So when you do an SOS with mages and infantry, you do not want to put any archers in there. Not even 1. I know some people put 1 of each. Your T11, which is what I have for infantry, they're more for defending. As you can see, that has the blockade stat, so it raises HP when you are on the defensive side. So they're not really the best for attacking, so I don't have a bunch of those. But I do keep these in case I get attacked. I will make more, but not down the road I will. But what I do like is my tier 10 infantry, because they do reduce damage from mages, and a lot of players are going to stick with mages and infantry basically because they're an all-around damage and health troop. If you are going to be on the attacking side and attacking another player, your archers and cavalry are going to be the best bet. But when you're doing events, let's say like time attack or defeating monsters or anything else, mages are going to be really good because it's just straight damage. Like, if you look at the attack, it's 223, and this is for a T11 mage. And the T11 archer has 189. And there's no buffs and there's no anything against monsters, so it's better to use mages and infantry to straight up fight monsters. So that's why a lot of players are only going to go mage and infantry until they hit about castle level 32, 33, up to 35. 35 is probably when I'll switch fully to infantry, or to archers and cavalry. But anyway, so let's say your march is minus 275,000. I do have an expansion buff right now, but I will use about 28,000 because a lot of the players I'm fighting only have T9 and some T10. So I only use 28,000 infantry because I don't take that many losses with my infantry. So I have more room to fill attack troops in. Now, if I were going to fight someone that was close to my same level and let's say had a full march of T10s and maybe a little bit of T9s, it would be better for me to move this up, let's say probably to 45,000. And only reason I would do that is so your front line lasts longer in battle. Now let's look at a report. So here's one where I went up against 661,000 troops. I had 283,000. So if you look at the troop info, what I had I used 127,000 T11 mages. I did increase from that 28,000. I went to 35,000 for my, because I knew there's a lot of troops there. I wanted to make sure my front line lasted. I wonder if the replay is still here. Good. So you see, I have my infantry, 35,000. They're just tanking all the hits. Also, angels are really good for tanking hits and doing damage. So really, my front line is about 60k. And look, my front line has not even been, my back line has not been touched. And these are your damage doers. Now, all right, so watch this battle. Look, 36,000 in the center, 33,000 with the angels. And the reinforcements, you'll see that they have cavalry. And see how it goes straight for the flank? Typically, if I had archers in the center, your mages would be on the left. They'd be getting attacked by those cavalry. So it's very important not to use archers when you're doing a straight up battle. And my infantry, they didn't even take any much of a hit. Because all I focus on is infantry health. I don't want them getting kills. They don't need to kill. They just need to stay alive. Like, look, when they hit, only 21k, that's because they're weak cavalry. It's probably T2. But see how they're only taking minus 15, minus 608. They're not taking over 1,000 damage yet. And they're taking like minus 1,000. But the mages, that's who do all the power work. Look, wiped. Now, I will play that one report above, where I just did a full send. I just threw whatever troops I had. It was the very end of Savage Lands. Let's say like right here. Let's see if I had the archers in there. Yeah, I had like random ass archers. So watch how they line up when you throw archers in it. Your mages are on the outsides now, when your archers are in the center. So if they had cavalry, which I don't see any here yet, the cavalry would flank and go and skip your front line and go straight to your mages. I had barely any front line on this attack. But I just want to show you the formation, how it's built. When you put archers, it pushes your mages on the side. So you do not want to have archers. There you go. Here's another report right here, where I actually did fight a lot of troops in this one. I had 272 troops. I went against 1.2 million. Now, fortunately for me, these guys all had T8 troops. Thought they're little Billy badasses over there in Savage Lands, and I thought, like, you know what, let's see what happens here. So I sent my 272 against the 1.2, ended up with 803,000 kills. And how I did my setup here, again, I didn't use any archers, because when you use archers, it splits your mages on the sides, and it makes it attack harder for your mages. It puts them a little bit further away from the battle. It also allows for any flanks. So you want their cavalry to continuously push to your front line so they can tank more of the damage. So your guys can just straight pound and pound and pound. Another thing too is when you use speed attacks are very effective, because when you use a speed attack, you're going to hit their troops first. The person you're attacking, you're going to hit them first. And as you're killing their troops, the reinforcements are coming in. So you're going to be taking out one player at a time, as opposed to all their troops marching on you at one time. So let's say a guy's reinforced with 6 players and you attack him. You're going up again. I probably would have lost the battle if that was the case. If I went up against 1.2 million all at once, I probably would have lost. But if you watch, let's say the replay. Right now, let's see if I can see battling army. There we go. Let me restart it. Battling armor, they had some good reinforcements, but a lot of T8s and T7. But the biggest thing is you'll see their reinforcements slowly like trickle in. Let's wait. I think for ×2. Yeah, see, I almost killed all of them. And then here comes reinforcements. So I already killed the first wave of troops. Second wave came in. Third wave comes in. You know, that's the best way to get as much kills as possible in one attack. And yes, my front line was taken out. A lot of my mages were damaged as well. Same with my my angels. To restart, look, I had 50,000. I did buff up my infantry because I knew they were all going to reinforce. And when you know they're going to reinforce a fight, make sure you add more front lines so it doesn't go straight to your back line. But you can watch the cavalry, they went for the flank, but it went right to my infantry. So because I didn't have archers, it put their cavalry to my front line. Now the front line's gone. So now I'm really just relying on the HP of my damage dealers, my mages. I kind of lucked out on that one because they're all low-level troops, and my mages can just tank it, surprisingly. So, plus I still have the angels there, so all these attacks are directed right at the angel. Yeah, you still have a little bit of protection there. So my front line, I guess you can say, is kind of still there. When you see, once these troops go, once the infantry go, my mages are straight taking some attacks. I think by their mages over here. Let's speed it up. There we go. Yeah, see, their mages and their archers are straight hitting my T11 mages. But my T11 mages have a lot of HP because they're high-ranked troops, and their T7s and T8s can't really do much. So that one was actually one of my favorite reports I've ever done. You guys will like this one for people in my alliance. Alright, so here's a report that I did in my own realm. Now, I sent 300,000 troops. I used a 25% March boost. And I had to fight 1.1 million troops against VLH, which you guys are very familiar with in my realm. It kind of made me mad, so I used an SOS and slaughter, and I really went for it, bro. I really went for it. Now, if you look at troop info here, infantry-wise, I only sent 40,000. I didn't even send that much infantry. The only reason I survived is because of my angels. The angels, it took a lot. They got 68,000 kills, and I only had about, whatever that number is, added about 45,000, 44,000 angels. But the infantry, so if you add those two up, I mean, wounded 32 plus 13, so I had about 45,000 frontline plus the 44,000. It's about 90,000 of my troops. A third of my troops were frontline, and the rest were mages. But my T11 mages, 374,000 kills off one attack, and my T10s, 260. Now here's the crazy part about this. When you look at the defender side, this guy, he had T9s and some T8s. I mean, that guy wasn't really going to do much with me. This guy here, sent a beast, whatever. Good job, bro. Killing it. You have your T8s over here. Not much to really worry about. Stoles, what did you have? T8s? Not going to do much. Sabotage, again, a bunch of T8s. What, 4,000 T9? Not doing much. But here's your big boy here, Mr. Motaz, our favorite guy in the 1098 realm. Anyway, he sent T10s. But wow, look at this. This guy, he sent almost 100,000 frontline. Only killed 4,000. Then he also sent 10,000, so he sent 255,000 troops at me. But his mages, T10 mages, he had about 160,000, only got 66,000 kills. He didn't really do much. So even with the T10s, because of how I have my troops set up and the angels were just straight bullying him, he really couldn't do much there. Let's see about this guy. He had some T9s. Kill wise, he only had 8,000 kills, but his T9 just got put down, man. If you look why, it's in the text, If you look at, let's go to the T10 guy, Mr. Motaz. He had 71,000 kills. He was the MVP of the defense just because he got the most kills out of it. But his mage HP is 78. Let's look at his infantry HP. 110. For a T10 player, it's kind of low on the lower end. His mage attack is 223. But here's the thing, when you're defending players, let's go back to the overall info. So you have 1.1 million troops, and he sent about 200 and some number. When you use that percentage of troops with your buffs get blended in with your alliance buffs. So everybody else that's in that defense march, it averages out all the buffs. So even though he had a 223 attack buff, if someone else only had 100, it drops his attack buff down really low. So that's why I always tell people in my alliance, work on your buffs, because when I go in a fight with you, you're lowering my stats. So you want to make sure your weakest link is not that weak. And all the players that were in the 10-person march to defend my attack, they were all T8s, barely T9 players, when he was the only one in there with some kind of decent stats. But because he was with 9 other players that didn't have really good stats, it lowered his pretty low. And he took a big L on that one. Alrighty guys, well that's going to be it from me. I just want to show you guys a little bit about what I do for formations, how I set my troops, where things line up. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them as fast as I can. I will also put my line ID in the description. So if you want to message me online or have any ideas for the next video, hit me up. I am always open. My phone is always dinging from line, so please go ahead and send me a message. I'd be happy to answer for you. Again, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and please hit like and subscribe, and I will continue making more videos and help you guys out where I can. And that's about it. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks.